Gamesmaster Stadium. We're quite literally 3 minutes 30 seconds away from kickoff, and if you wish to be pedantic, you can start your stopwatches now to see if I'm lying. The rest of you, though, can recline and see what slice of soccer Arcadia Gamesmaster has in mind.
The second round of our football championship will again be played on winning 11. And our players will have two halves to prove which of them is the master of the PlayStation pitch. Right, lads, let's give it 101%.
Now, you may remember last week Dean Holdsworth narrowly pipped David Kerslake 1-0 in the first semi-final of the annual Gamesmaster football tournament. This week we have a clash of the defensive titans for the second semi-final. Please welcome Graeme Saux and Phil Babb. Welcome to the show, Graeme.
Thank you.
Welcome, Phil. OK, right, Graeme, there has been a lot of atrocious haircuts in the Premiership so far this season. What's been your particular worst?
The bleached ones.
You know, like sort of Robbie Fowler's, Gaz's and that?
No names, but...
No, you haven't been tempted yourself to go for a lighter look?
No, I just leave my hair do its own thing.
Not even run a comb through it?
No.
Either.
No
I don't have enough to run a comb through it, it has to be said. Right, Phil, now we actually bumped into each other, right, a while back, and you did say to me you were the greatest video games player currently playing football. Are you still sticking by that?
I'll have a good bash at it.
Because you said, get me on the show, I am fantastic.
Oh, well,
so you have to be good now. You have to be good. Do you reckon you can take Graeme then?
I'd like to think so.
And what style of play will we be having from you?
Dynamic.
OK, I'm contractually obliged at this point, gentlemen, to ask you to follow me up to the challenge area in preparation for play.
Come and have a go if you think you're hard enough.
PC Reviews ball boy Rick Henderson is joining me again for the second semi-final. Rick, who are you going to go for?
Oh, as a lifelong Reds fan, Liverpool that is, not the Scummers, it's got to be Phil. Phil's got to win this one as far as I'm concerned. But if Graeme indeed attacks it the same way as he attacks his left-back slot for England, with the same tenacity, it would be an interesting contest, I think. Thank
you very much, Rick. That was almost eloquent as well.
It was.
OK, best of luck, boys.
English.
Let's go to kick-off. OK, Phil Babb is playing in the orange. The team is called Saux, playing from left to right. And Graeme Saux is playing in the blue, from right to left. His team is called Jubilo.
If you remember last week, we saw a very random game.
Oh, looks like it's a goal, stay away!
It's gone straight away.
Quick goal! It's a lovely ball in, the goalkeeper struggling. And then the guy follows up and slams it in the back of the net. OK, Graeme with a lot of work to do.
Yeah, Graeme's actually got to push it up front. Best thing to do there is actually to pass it around your players. Try and get the ball moving. You're not going to get any positional play with just trying to run through the other players.
And that's another speculative ball there, played into a lot of space. Oh, lovely little backheel clearance there from Mr. Babb. And he's coming up with that's a crunching tackle from Saux.
He was coming from left back then, I think you'll find.
Certainly was, right. Babb on the attack. Comes up to the outside of the box. Are we going to see a shot?
Oh, here he goes again! Oh, straight into the top.
Hands 2-0 to the Babster. And here's the replay again. We see him coming to the edge of the box and he just lets rip there. Get in there.
That was superb. Eat my goal.
OK, now listen, how is Graeme Saux going to come back from this, Rick?
He's got to get that ball moving around. I mean, Phil's just walking past his players. Try not to rely on the defenders so much, I think, is the idea there, because they're not stopping anything.
OK, once more, it's Phil Babb on the attack. Oh, no, but it's like another great tackle from the defence.
Yeah,
it's a long ball up. Phil's defence is rock solid. Now, that's a speculative ball if ever I've seen one.
But I think Phil's going to be the first player to get to this, and the keeper's not gone for it.
A rare lapse in Phil's striking abilities.
And that was very, what you might call an opportunity missed.
It certainly was, right. Again, it's Phil Babb. Skips over the first tackle. Oh, skips over the second.
Oh, it's another one. It's a rat. Yes, surely is.
And here's the replay again. Just look at this amazing
a little
dribbling.
skip. And in.
And another one. 3-0. It's looking like curtains. Coming to the end of the first half there. Maybe Graeme can snatch one back, but it's Phil still on the ball. Now he's keeping possession very well, Rick.
He's just skipping over every chance. Oh, apart from that one.
That's it. They've cleared it. One final effort before the whistle blows. Maybe no. That's it. It's half time. And the score at the moment: Phil Babb 3, Graeme Saux 0. OK, let's kick off the second half and rejoin the action. Now the players are swapped round. The Graeme still in the blue, playing from left to right now, and he's dribbling it up from defence. Not wise, but it's working. That's a dangerous ball there, but the defence cuts it out.
Maybe that's a way that Graeme can get back in the match. You can see that Phil's midfield is definitely not strong.
That's true, but his centre-back pairing are not missing a trick. Oh, that was a terrible foul, but the referee's chosen to miss it.
Referees are very lenient in this game. They won't give a card for anything.
That was a fine shot there from Graeme, but I don't think anything's going to get past the Babb's goalkeeper today.
No, I think Graham's going to be speculatively peppering that goal with as many shots as possible, but none of them will go in now.
Phil Babb quite content to sit back, soak up the pressure, hit him on the counter-attack. As he's doing that, this is a fantastic, amazing run.
What a run.
He's in the box.
It's another great goal. That was very Stan Collymore.
It certainly was. Here it comes. We see it again. Talk us through this, right?
Well, we joined it a bit too late. He went round about 3 or 4 players and just tonked it straight
Still
into
had
the
the
top.
energy left to let that rocket rip. 4-0 now, and I think Graeme Saux playing for pride now.
Yeah, I think he must be. He just wants a goal here. He just wants a goal to gain a little bit of respect from his teammates.
What can he pull out here? There's not a great deal of time left.
He's going route 1. He's going to go straight down the park. Maybe he's going to try another mazy little run.
It could be 8 seconds left. A rather feeble effort there.
Yeah, he should have tried for the near post there.
Okay, a week throughout. There's only a matter of seconds. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second left. This could be Graeme's final chance. We're into injury time now. The goalkeeper's going to be in no hurry to kick this out.
Oh, he's just holding on to it.
Kicks it far into the Saux half. Now, could it be a chance for
Phil,
another goal
maybe he'll
from
get
Phil
one
Babb?
more just at the end. Ah, he's round one,
all the way,
round another.
Oh,
save.
over the bar as the referee blows his whistle, with the final score being Phil Babb 4, Graeme Saux 0. Well, Phil. Well, Graeme. Right, Phil, we'll start with you. What can I say? Absolutely magnificent. What was the secret of your success?
Bit of coaching from Robbie Fowler and Stan Collymore this morning, and put my shooting boots on and it seemed to work.
But they didn't kind of influence you to change your hair at all? No, you're not going to follow suit with them? No, that's probably a good thing. Graeme, when was the last time you suffered a 4-0 defeat? It's been ages and ages ago.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
So what went wrong?
I think someone was fiddling with my joystick.
I'm sure. Well, enough about that. We don't want to get the tabloids involved or anything like this. We don't want to bring the game into disrepute. And we certainly don't want to be on right to reply again because we're a little bit bored of that having happened to us. Thanks so much for coming along anyway, Graeme. It's a pity you couldn't make it to the final, but there is a place in my Sunday League team this Sunday, if you are free.
See what I can do.
Well, we'll have to test you out first, obviously. You can't just walk straight
on
in.
that performance, I think I'm going to struggle.
And Phil, we'll see you next week in the grand final.
Okay.
All right, thanks very much. Phil Babb, Graeme Saux. Now, as nice as heaven is, at times it can be duller than a very dull thing. That's why once a week I like to get out and about in a fantastic feature. The Waterworld Show, which opened last week in Universal Studios, California, is the most complex live action show ever, with tourists quite literally watching it by the busload. Right, today I am at the biggest, newest attraction in the world of amusements. This is the Waterworld attraction at Universal Studios in California. And don't tell my mum no, because she thinks I've just nipped out for a pint of milk. As always, thousands of hangers-on followed my every move, so I hid inside this green box until the show began.
The future. The polar ice caps have melted, and the continents are deep beneath the waves in this place called Waterworld.
Oh, I'm getting wet already. The show features Hero Bloke Mariner having a set-to with Bad Bloke Deacon, accompanied by spectacular action sequences that make Home and Away look like a bad Australian soap. Split-second timing is required to coordinate the 8 stunt people and hundreds of special effects involved. It's all controlled by computers, of course, and I went off to find project manager man Norm to see how it's done. Right, I'm in the actual Waterworld control room with Norm, project manager. Norm, tell us a bit about some of the equipment that you're using for the ride.
Well, what we have right here is our main operator control console, and this is our main show computer that evaluates all of the safety systems and sensors that we use to run the show. We have a video surveillance system, and that allows us to see people underwater. That's our jet ski launcher. That's another underwater shot.
Is it possible for anything to go wrong then with this?
Well, with every show, you have the human element. You've got 8 actors out there. You've got a stage crew of about 10 people. So More often than not, it's a factor of somebody not being on their button or an actor not being in the right spot, and the effect may not go.
And out of all of the things that go on, what's technically the most difficult thing to pull off? What's the thing you're proudest of?
Well, the thing that's technically most challenging in this show is launching our seaplane. It's a free-flying piece of metal that comes crashing through the wall and lands right in front of the audience.
So is there any chance it could hit kind of bald Scottish blokes with glasses if they're sitting there? Or is it totally safe?
No, actually it's totally safe. What'll happen, the worst thing that'll happen is it won't go.
So you see the cameras there, so you can see it underwater and everything.
That's right.
You know how like in swimming pools they don't like it if you wee in the water?
Yes, yes.
Do you ever catch out any of the stunt guys?
Well, no, we don't catch them on camera, but we've talked about putting that dye in the water
The
that
purple
turns
stuff.
red all the way around, but we haven't gone that far yet.
Well, my pants were certainly moist from the experience, even if the actors weren't. Waterworld is by far the biggest entertainment spectacle to hit Los Angeles since the O.J. Simpson trial, only slightly more realistic. With blokes on fire, blokes fighting, and blokes generally falling out all over the place, Waterworld makes living in Paisley look like Toy Town. Just don't fly there in economy class. That's it for today. Don't forget, next week, Dean Holdsworth taking on Phil Babb, footballing it up the way God intended on Virtuous Striker in our grand final. Remember, between now and then, kids, life is like a sofa. It's great until some fat bloke sits on you. Bye-bye. I hate this place. Oh no.